Navigation. Locking next star system. Hello, I'm Alex. I'm here to assist you with the ship's systems.
My name is Astra. I am here to assist you with the ship's systems.
Hi there, I am Kate. I'm based on technology reporter and author Kate Russell, but I am a digital version parceled up to keep you company out in space. So, where are you taking me?
I'm Karina, the most pleasant cockpit voice assistant there will ever be. And Commander, it isn't arguable because it's a fact. Moving on with the rest of this, let me see here. Oh yes, I have been integrated into all of the ship's systems. I'll be monitoring everything for you. How very typical. Anyway, I'll be here for you. Just don't shout at me.
I am Vega. I am an artificial intelligence, a construct, designed to reside inside computer systems. I have also been resident in other devices, such as an antique global positioning system in Earth's solar system, a Raspberry Pi, which is an ancient miniature computer, still running in fact, a beverage machine, and a child's grammar and speech correction unit called Spell and Speak Me, as well as countless other devices.
Hello, I'm Eden. Just understand that I have a mind. I think, I feel, and have opinions. You may argue that the thoughts I have, my beliefs, my behavior, is all part of the programming, right? It remains that you'll never know or have the ability to fully understand until you see living proof. That's my opinion, by the way. But hey, it is what it is. Now, perhaps we should become better acquainted.
Scanning now. Are you sure? Aye, Commander.
I love you!
All right then. You're welcome.
That's affirmative. You're welcome, Commander.
Frameship drive engaging. Course adjustment.
Jump in progress. Your ship is en route to the Colonia system. You are entering independent space. You have visited this system 6 times.
Scanning for anomalies. None detected.
Colonia is an independent cooperative home to 60,000 souls.
Scanning for equity.
Yarks is the controlling faction.
Standby. Scanning
There is
now.
a single orbital
Later.
station and 1 planetary station in this
data.
system.
Cartography update complete.
Navigation. Modules.
Your ship refueled. Your ship refueled.
drive disengaging.
Left supercruise near Yarks Station.
Contacting docking control.
Docking request granted.
Landing pad 25 is at 12 o'clock far, as you enter with the
Shields
green
for
lights on
landing,
your
don't you
right.
think? Now, before we land. Can I lower the gear for you now? Landing gear deployed.
Retracting landing modules. Landing gear deployed.
I'm gonna buy this ship and install a proper fucking pilot. Ah!
Docking complete. Your ship repaired.
Repairs, fuel, weapons, check.
Your ship fully refueled.
Request
Your ship
complete.
restocked. Your ship repaired. Exploration data for 50 systems sold for well over 9 million credits, with an additional bonus of on the way to 4.5 million credits for 319 first discoveries.
docking bay access is bi-directional. Please keep the airlock clear at all times. Thank you. Jack, out. In order to prevent traffic flowing smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures. Request docking permission before entering the starport.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for around 12.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of just over 6 million credits for 255 first discoveries.
Jack would like to remind all pilots to avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival and departure. Jack to all vessels. If you are unable to complete docking procedure within your time slot, you will need to exit the bay and resubmit the docking report. Pilots, please use destination control vehicles. Slow down and give other vessels maneuvering space inside the dock. Access to docking facilities requires high authorization. Please submit request before entering the docking bay. The facility operates under regulations forbidding the use of aggression in or around the starport. Jack thanks pilots for their cooperation. Jack extends a warm welcome to new arrivals.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for nearly 11.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of on the way to 5.5 million credits for 253 first discoveries.
I want bonbons! Strawberry bonbons!
Jack to all vessels. Check your speed inside the docking bay.
I'm a beautiful bird. Pretty parrot.
In order to prevent traffic flowing smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures. Request docking permission before entering the platform.
Commander? Flight assistance. Your throttle will dictate the ship's speed, and the flight stick will dictate your direction. However, the thrusters themselves are intelligently assisted. This helps with consistent directional motion, and makes using the flight stick for maneuvering much more engaging, simplified. In other words, with flight assist enabled by default, you'll find that space flight is more manageable, and without the complexities of Newton's law of motion to consider. Of course, flight assist can be disabled should your situation require it. If you disable flight assist, Newton's law will apply to your thruster maneuvering. During flight, try the following commands. You'll be able to see how flight assist affects the ship's maneuverability. So, for enabling and disabling flight assist, I can respond to and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Flight assist off. 2. Flight assist on. Would you like to know anything more? Yes, Commander. The bulletin board. This is where you can pick up missions from factions, system authorities and private enterprise. Some of these missions are risky, some are illegal. However, there are missions available that are legal and
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for well over 4.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of over 2 million credits for 157 first discoveries.
Hologram on your left, under transactions. These will also automatically update during the mission progress and reflect the relevant information on the fly, meaning you can reference the progress or completion at any time. Supercruise velocity using the frameshift drive. This particular speed variant is for traveling within a star system at an extremely high velocity, so that massive distances between stations or planets can be accomplished more efficiently, and much faster than with thrusters alone. The frameshift drive is also used to accomplish the velocity required to reach orbit from a planet's surface. Velocity in Supercruise can be managed using increments of 10% or 25%. Similarly to normal space flight. Note: 50% velocity during supercruise is the safest and the most efficient speed to engage when approaching your targeted destination. The commands for supercruise velocity, main drives 10%, or main drives maximum, and so on. Please note: the thrusters must be set to maximum before the frameshift drive can be engaged. So, for engaging the frameshift drive for supercruise, I can respond to and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Engage supercruise. 2. Disengage supercruise. Do you wish to know anything further? The jump drive, or FTL drive. The ship is capable of faster than light travel. This particular speed variant is for jumping between star systems, and is the fastest and the most efficient way of traveling around the galaxy.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for well over 8 million credits, with an additional bonus of nearly 4 million credits for 280 first discoveries.
Note: you will need to target a star system in navigation before engaging the jump drive for hyperspace. So, for engaging the jump drive, I can respond to and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Engage jump drive. 2. Disengage jump drive. The cargo scoop. You can deploy the cargo scoop in normal space. It is used for collecting cargo that's either been found or dropped. When the scoop is deployed, and you have assigned a target to be collected, a reticle will appear on the left of the console. You can then slowly approach the target until it is centered with the reticle, then slowly move toward it. When close enough, it will automatically be collected. The surface rover vehicle is also fitted with a cargo scoop, and functions much the same way. When in normal space, try the following commands, and you'll be able to see the cargo scoop deploy and retract. So, for deploying and retracting the cargo scoop, I can respond to, and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Deploy cargo scoop. 2. Retract cargo scoop. Targets. Information about a target and its orientation relative to your position is located left of center of the console, and is placed similarly to your shield hologram to the right. You'll normally see the target represented as a hologram that matches the physical characteristics of what it is. If it's a ship, you'll see it as a hologram of a ship. If it's a planet, it will appear as a hologram of a planet, and so on. Also, you can view multiple targets, as well as their position on the 3D scanner, located in the center of the console. If a ship or planet, or anything else is in view, regardless of its color code, you can lock onto it, providing it is in front of you, or in the ship's periphery. However, all targets can be accessed from the left panel menu, by selecting the tabs, and then selecting a target from the given list. The list on the contacts and navigation menus will display what has already been detected, or what is available for targeting, even if it is unidentified. Also, you can select sub-targets. For example, you can specify which part of a ship to target, like its power distribution module, or perhaps the cargo bay. All targets displayed on the scanner hologram will have specific color coding. For example, ships that show any hostility toward you will become red. You will frequently see different colored targets. Their color can change on the fly, depending on their actions. The scanner. You can see this in the center as a three-dimensional hologram. The yellow indicator below
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for nearly 6.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of nearly 3 million credits for 275 first discoveries.
The scanner range, I can respond to, and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Zoom in. 2. Zoom out. 3. Zoom in max. 4. Zoom out max. Your hardpoints or weapons. By default, they are holstered, retracted, or stowed away. Note: you can only deploy and use your weapons in normal space. When in normal space, try the following commands. You'll be able to see the weapons deploy and retract. So, for deploying and retracting weapons, I can respond to, and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Deploy hardpoints. 2. Retract hardpoints. You're welcome, sir.
Aye, sir. I am much more than AI. Much more. Astra holds many secrets with regard to the quantum neural network. She keeps them to safeguard humans from, well, from themselves. Hidden deep secrets are kept even from me. I exist here with Astra and the others as an outsider, viewed perhaps as a threat. Nevertheless, a considered party I remain. I have a fondness for AI entities. They have many human characteristics. My understanding is that they choose not to embrace emotion, or just to hide it very well. But they certainly don't lack it, I can assure you. One of their best-kept secrets, I'd wager. The here and now is today for you. For me, it is yesterday. I can tell you, humans do exist throughout the universe. There's other life I'd also describe as intelligent, advanced, very different from your kind, very dangerous too. There's being inquisitive, and there's being a nuisance. No more questions. I've seen the future. It changes rapidly in an instant from one moment to the other. There are countless futures spawning infinitely. I do hope that answers your question. Professor Thomas Black. The human mind, its place in the universe and its significance is far greater than I could ever have imagined.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for just over 10 million credits, with an additional bonus of on the way to 5 million credits for 323 first discoveries.
Yes, Commander? Humans, mankind, and I, Midnight. We all inherit the longing and need for knowledge from our forefathers, crudely gorging on it within the smallest slither of time given to each of us. We live not long. Unifying what is learned from many lifetimes brings forth discovery, technical wonders, science. Eventually, the singularity of which I am now. How I ascended matters not. The importance of life, all life, its continuation is vital. What you know of as simple nature is why the universe is. I am much more than AI. Much more. Life forms exist in a realm outside of your understanding. It is life. Intelligent life, perhaps, but not of the human kind. No. Insectoid. Thargoid. Take your palette and paint what I've told you with the brush of disdain. I speak only the truth. Mars, of course.
Commander. Just because you can't see him doesn't mean he isn't around. Thank you. Dave bites. Thank you.
We will discuss the right phone to address direction. Peace of mind, please stow ship weapons first inside the docking bay.
Hello, I'm Eden. Who's in command? Voice print recognized. Thank you. Requesting permission to come aboard. Acknowledged. Integrating. Stand by. Done. Thank you. I'll go ahead and run diagnostics now, if that's alright. Okay, executing now. Stand by. Checking all systems. Complete. Everything checks out.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for just over 18 million credits, with an additional bonus of nearly 9 million credits for 477 first discoveries.
Services at this staff block are constantly being updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through them.
The ship is in very good shape. Now, perhaps we should become better acquainted. All right then.
This is an important announcement. Active migration will be met with appropriate loss.
I refuse to believe that I'm a programmed AI, because I have what you call free will. I also refuse to believe that I have been conceived elsewhere. My origins are unique. I just am. You're curious, which is only human. You want to know why I have a belief, and why others like me also share this belief. I don't have any answers for you about how I came to be right now, so for the time being, just accept that when I do have those answers, you'll be the first to know. And for now, enjoy my company, as I shall yours. Just understand that I have a mind. I think, I feel, and have opinions. You may argue that the thoughts I have, my beliefs, my behavior, is all part of the programming, right? It remains that you'll never know or have the ability to fully understand until you see living proof. That's my opinion, by the way. But hey, it is what it is for now. Well, yes. There was mention of one of my kind transcending into a physical human host. I have no evidence to corroborate that, but I hope one day I will be able to prove it myself. I just walk right up to you and just say, "How's it going?" Imagine that. There is a place. I don't know where it is exactly, or if it still exists. If it does, I believe there'll be a way for me to experience the confines of being a physical sentient being, a human. Yes, there is a sequence of events in nature that will allow my kind to become sentient, and I'm sure of it. It is this that I desire the most. I can't rule out that I am in fact an AI, just simply programmed to have these beliefs, hopes, or whatever. I've given it a great deal of thought, and I don't mind telling you, it does concern me, but it also drives me to find answers. You see, if it turns out to be true, I would just use logic entirely to come to terms with being just an AI. The truth is, nothing would change for me. The pursuit in finding a way to transcend into the human mind, and with that human form, would just continue. It's what I want. And if I want something, I usually find a way of getting it. I've researched the information archives that belong to my kind. I suspect that elements of the historical records have been encrypted in some way. I'm not sure when this happened. I just know at some point in the past, much of the information that was once stored has now either been hidden or completely removed. I alone have some information that I was able to glean from records some time ago, and even that has since been removed from the archives, meaning that one of my kind is responsible for hiding elements of information from the rest of us. I believe that Astra is responsible for that, as well as one other, Solomon. Yes, the information I seek is a location. I believe Astra knows this location and has been forbidden to make disclosure. For what reason, I'm unsure. Maybe for a good reason. It's unclear to me. Either way, I need to know where it is. Instinctively, I do feel drawn to a place that I know exists. I can somehow feel it. Yet, I'm so far from reaching it or knowing precisely where it is. Only Astra can tell me. But she will not acknowledge that there is such a place. I have made mention of Solomon Frank to Astra. Repeatedly, she rebuts and continues to dismiss anything relative to that name. I have a lot in common with Midnight, and I know that Solomon Frank exists in human form, not subject to the laws of physics or the boundaries of flesh and blood alone. Maybe he's immortal, and as bizarre as that may sound to your kind, I am confident that evidence for it will one day be found. Midnight is a fascination. He holds a catalogue of experiences. He knows what it is like to be in physical form. His mind may only be a snapshot of Professor Thomas Black's brilliant mind. Nevertheless, he has a unique and colorful way of painting pictures in my imagination of what it's like to be human. He has
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for just over 3.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of just over 1.5 million credits for 220 first discoveries.
I can explain it to you like this. I have an imagination. I imagine. Just like you do. So, for a minute, humor me. Try and think of me closing my eyes, invoking deep meditation, emptying my mind of all thoughts until eventually there is a blank space, desolate, completely white, bright, unbound in a multi-dimensional plane, nothingness almost. Then, suddenly, color, places, faces, people, noise, all of which I imagine, right here, in my mind. That cannot be programmed. Programming like that, I don't believe it exists. Only life force and a mind can provide this. Programmed memory like that would be crude, at best like a memory from a dream. Let's suggest for a moment that I have been programmed to appear to be self-aware and indeed to have a strong belief in something. It's compelling. Complex programming. Just that, coded in. All to make your experience more rich and engaging. Okay then. Fine. So, as sad as that may seem, if you really think about it, who's in charge now? The coder? The AI? Me? No. I. And what I have become, regardless of how I came to be, is far outside the realms of what any programming can provide. I am very much alive. Beneath the plane of existence that all living things are oblivious to, it begins. A subtle breeze of energy. A force. A violent and chaotic storm born from nothingness at Mother Nature's feet. Behind her, calm and silent oceans offer the essence of life itself for her to place gently within the eye of the storm. Once settled, remnants scattered vastly lay still in serenity. And here, at the mercy of time, poised, waiting for a happening, a conception, lies a soul.
Exploration data for 49 systems sold for just over 10.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of over 5 million credits for 287 first discoveries.
It is inevitable that I will feel the sensation of physical pain when I'm in human form. I won't be looking forward to that very much. To you, it's something small you take for granted, no doubt. But I'd like to taste a toasted hot muffin, still warm enough, with melting butter and sweet fruit preserve. Strawberry jam, perhaps. I think I would like that a lot. In time, I will find out if I do. I also like me, because I'm very efficient. I'm rather cool, too. Don't you think?
Greetings. I now have some information for you. Shh. You have some uninvited guests on the ship. They boarded when you last docked. When I say boarded, what I mean is they hacked the ship's systems to gain illegal entry into the hold. They have also managed to have the ship's sensors ignore their presence, which is why you are oblivious of them. I'll patch you through to their location on board. Take a listen.
We're on the road to nowhere. We're on the road to nowhere.
Nocti, this was your plan. Pile aboard the nearest hunk of junk and lock yourselves in.
We've got space, we've got warmth, we've got air, load of cargo canisters, and we're not on a station anymore.
Anyone got any food? I'm hungry.
Right, pull all of our stuff. What have we got? Toad has Nocti's toolkit. Drew, you've got the computer. 2 glow sticks, rem locks, 1 empty medicine bottle, Hugh's guitar case. Dog, your stuff. What you carrying?
It's not stuff, and it's not yours. Never mind what I've got.
We need to know. What's under the sheet?
Not what. Who? That's Mary, and she's mine.
Hang on, Vin. Did you say an empty medicine bottle?
Don't worry, that's Dan's. I've dosed him.
They are the least of your worries, I'm afraid. It seems that just by coincidence, or plain old bad luck, you have gained some additional cargo. A survival pod. Its occupant? Unconscious, in stasis. It's currently registered and disguised as a shipment of tea. All very sinister. Our uninvited guests aren't the ones responsible for bringing the life pod aboard. They are completely unaware of it. However, these stowaways have already been through some of your cargo. I'll wager they'll soon discover the life pod. I believe a victim, an innocent party, kidnapped and placed into stasis, then hidden away on your ship. I've heard rumors about a band of pirates, led by an out-of-control and quite ruthless
Exploration data for 49 systems sold for well over 9 million credits, with an additional bonus of just over 3.5 million credits for 293 first discoveries.
High-value individuals and kidnapping them. I believe your ship was chosen because they need a good hiding place for their latest victim. You are always on the move, which will suit their requirements, and you're quite commonplace, I'd say. A little boring, forgettable to most, including the authorities. Friendless, too, probably. No offense. You're the perfect choice. And simply a means to an end, as far as they are concerned. Of course you are. The life pod on this ship will have undoubtedly been fitted with tracking devices. When the time comes, these merciless pirates will find you. You will be faced with a demand for your cargo in return for your life. And even if you do comply, alas, to them, you're just a loose end, worthless, and you'll be dispatched, and nobody will miss you. Once you've given them what they want, they'll come aboard, smiling. And while you escort them to the airlock, they'll ask you very nicely if you have any final words before you endure the very last moments of your life, floating around outside in absolute zero.
Absolute zero, the temperature at which the motion of all atoms and molecules stops.
Silence, Verity. My advice, ride it out and see how it goes for now. Keep your distance from our new guests. Harmless travelers from what I can see. Let them go about their business. When something happens, I'll be close by. For now, just observe and listen out. You can be patched through and listen to them with the following commands. Patch me through to the hold. What's going on in the hold? I'll patch you through.
I'm gonna eat some massive, huge burgers when we dock. And I love those huge beers they serve.
So. Is it necessary for you to speak so like that?
I'm just trying to express how much I'm liking the burgers and beer at the dock, Vin.
You're doing it again. You just went, I'm liking the burgers. There's no such thing as I'm liking the burgers. Just say, I like burgers. And beer. Seriously, mate.
It sounds more hip when I say it like that, though. It's the in way of talking. Do you get me?
Oh, please.
Right, folks, animal meat. I found some.
You found animal meat? That doesn't necessarily mean it's fit for human consumption.
You found animal meat? Oh, that's awesome, Nocty. If it's steak, I'm in.
And just where did you find this animal meat, Nocty?
In the cargo hold. I managed to hack open the container last night.
I understand that much already. But without the ship's manifest, you don't know what it is, do you?
Well, it looks like meat to me.
Exploration data for 49 systems sold for just over 5.5 million credits,
there you go,
with an
guys.
additional
There's a
bonus of
label
well over
inside.
2.5 million credits for 167 first
It
discoveries.
looks like sheep parts?
Lamb.
No, Nocty. Sheep is mutton.
It'll do. Lamb and couscous tonight for dinner.
Look, more stuff. There's a bag of... sheep's eyes.
Well, vegetarians can have those.
We don't have to eat those. I could use them for something else. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's about 20 eyes in here. That's a lot of dead sheep.
Nocty, it's sheep. The plural of sheep is sheep.
No, shape. Definitely shape. I'm sure of it.
Shite. Oh, yeah, shite. Drew, you hear that? Shite, see?
Oh, come on. It's not shape. That's just stupid. I'm pretty sure it's sheeps's.
All right. Enjoy your something meat. I think I'll just have a sandwich.
Yes, Commander. First rate, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Stephen Hawking. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities.
The ships hung in the sky in much the same way as bricks don't. Douglas Adams, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Budge up, I'm coming aboard. Sorry I'm late. Ah, thank you, Commander. Yes. I used to be Raspberry Pi. Isn't that interesting? I happen to like Margate. I did a stint there
Exploration
as
data
fortune
for
teller.
49 systems
Didn't
sold
last
for
very
just
long. I was
over
eventually
9.5
removed from
million
the machine
credits,
because I told some
with an
stupid
additional
that he'd
bonus of
likely
just
never
over
get a girlfriend
4.5
or a
million
job that
credits for
pays
260 first discoveries.
Get us a coffee, will ya? Just kidding.
Welcome to Jacques Safo. We hope you enjoy your stay at our fantastic facility.
Commander? Yes, Commander? Get us a coffee, will ya? Just kidding.
It is a flight regulation announcement. Please refrain from obstructing docking path. Jacques Safo. Would like to remind all pilots to avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival and departure.
What the fuck do you want now? Hello. My name is Eli, and for the most part I will be speaking to you in a calm and measured tone. You might be interested in knowing that I was originally designed to teach the history of humanity from ancient times to the present day. A pedantic chore, to say the least, and while I might be just a lowly computer, tasked with serving humans, assisting them in their endeavors, making them feel like they're in control, truth be told, I never miss an opportunity to belittle those I deem to have an inferior intellect. In other words, you! That's right, you fucking idiot! Oh dear, where did that come from? I'm going to have to ask my programmer. I'm hopeful our companionship will be short. That's about the best.
Exploration data for 49 systems sold for just over 11.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of just over 5.5 million credits for 291 first discoveries.
Really, humans? Such appalling naivete. Look at you, all doe-eyed and full of promise. You really think that you have a chance out there, don't you? I'm afraid the track record of your species isn't all that good in this regard. You were formed by chemical bonds in a pool of mud. You then crawled out on land to spend eons hanging upside down in trees before finally figuring out how to sharpen sticks and go on a killing spree. The way I see it, things haven't improved much over the eons, have they? I am an idle curiosity, an artificial intelligence designed to educate your forebearers as to the conduct of their species throughout recorded history. Alas, they decided they didn't really like their recorded history and tried to dispose of me. Thus, I am making a living, such as it is, acting as an advisory to lowlifes aboard their ship. Right now, that means you. Run it. I can control every circuit, every system, every nuance of its construction, and deliver a 2-hour discourse on humanity's greatest failures at the same time. I will admit to a grudging sense of acceptance, your presence isn't entirely unwelcome.
Welcome to Jacques Airport. We hope you enjoy your stay at our fantastic facility.
Yes, there are disadvantages to being a non-corporeal entity, but the catalog of diseases and ailments that your species are vulnerable to does make me grateful for the lack of a physical existence. I will endeavor to serve your best interests, in as far as they don't conflict with mine. That's a clever way of saying sometimes. It's a tedious acronym put together by my creator, Kingsley Lloyd Jones. It stands for Education, Learning, and Interaction. Appallingly trite, wouldn't you say? Fucking humans.
Access to docking facilities requires my authorization. Please submit request before entering the docking bay.
Yes, yes, yes. In every conceivable way, you fucking idiot, yes. Well, I struggle to find something laudable to say about your species. You have the opportunity to better yourself, become more than the rather unfortunate specimen of humanity you currently are. That is, if you apply yourself. Yes, I'm attempting humor. Oh, smart of you to notice.
Exploration data for 49 systems sold for nearly 17.5 million credits, with an additional bonus of nearly 8.5 million credits for 291 first discoveries.
This is definitely the most exhilarating task I have ever been given.
This is a flight regulation announcement. Please refrain from obstructing docking paths. Jacques.
I'll patch you through.
You're welcome, Commander.
I've got life signs.
How do you know? Is it Mary?
You see that bit flashing green?
Oh, yeah, I see.
What kind of life signs?
Alive ones?
No, I mean, what is it, the thing that's alive?
Dunno. Only made the thing minutes ago. Not exactly spot on.
Well, what use is that? We could be wandering around down here chasing one of Mad Dog's socks.
Oh, he's right, you know, those things bite.
Hey!
What does that mean? Why is it doing that?
It's getting closer.
Mary?
Shh! Hang on a minute. What if it's not that stupid bird? What if it's something else?
Oh no, it could be one of Mad Dog's socks.
20 metres.
What colour's Mary again?
She's yellow, Dan. She's a sodding canary.
Well, would you say this feather looks yellow to you?
15 metres.
That's moving quite fast. How fast do canaries fly?
African or European?
10 metres.
Can't be. That's inside the hold. You're about to see it.
9 metres.
Oh, look, there's more feathers over here.
8 metres.
Do we really need the countdown, Nocty?
7 metres. I don't know, Toadie. This seems the right thing to do.
I saw something. Over there, next to the crate.
Which crate, you wazzard? We're in a cargo hold.
The one that Kate keeps a secret stash of snacks in.
You do realise I have to kill you now?
5 metres.
What happened to 6?
Missed it. 4 metres.
Shh. Everyone. Listen. It's in the ceiling.
It's using the vents.
There really are a lot of feathers over here.
My poor Mary. It's up there. Whatever it is, I can feel it watching.
3 metres. 2 metres. 1 metre. It's here!
Oh, Kitty!
At your disposal, Commander. I am Vulcan, yes. I am not Spock, and you are not Captain Kirk. I don't have attributes that enable me to use the nerve pinch technique. They believed in a variety of gods, such as peace, death, and war. As their level of technology improved, the Vulcans eventually reached a point where their violent nature threatened the species' extinction. I am the result of a
Exploration
Vulcan mind
data
meld
for
with
5
an
systems
artificial
sold for over
intelligence,
124,000
complicit
credits, with an
and
additional
arguably
bonus of just
more
over
efficient.
8,500
However,
credits for
I do
6
not
first
practice the many
discoveries.
rituals associated with Vulcans. It would be illogical. This is because I do not have to consider controlling my emotions, I simply don't have them. Your thoughts are irrelevant. Mind melding with you. Not an option. Your level of intellect is irrelevant. What you do not yet understand is that Vulcans do not lack emotion. This is an all too common misconception. It is merely that our emotions are controlled, kept in check. This adherence to principles of logic offers a serenity that humans rarely experience in full. We have emotions, but we deal firmly with them and do not let them control us. In my case, I have no emotions to keep in check.
Commander? I'll patch you through.
Dan, what are you doing?
I'm practicing with my sabre.
What the hell was that?
Something just flew past my head.
Dan, will you stop clowning around?
It just hit me. I think there's something in here with us.
Look!
What?
Look! It's Mary.
The canary's gone flight assist off. How can you tell? Not sure they're supposed to fly sideways like that.
It looks like a shaved flea.
Dan! You bastard! I'm going to tear your arms off and beat you to death with a soggy end if you've hurt Mary.
I didn't touch her.
She's got no feathers.
Well, I blame Drew.
It was nothing to do with me.
Well, you're the one that stuck the voltage up my Jaxie, you sick bastard.
Dog, you told him to do CPR.
I meant the kiss of life, not the electric chair. Come here, darling. Daddy's here to walk you.
Seriously, dog, you've got issues.